Dombrowski, as you sit down and get yourself together, what are you talking about?
Well, great to see Crumbles and DeFarge back in this building for the first time since the month of October. But right now, we got to talk about welterweight wrestling because Ace Perry, the first welterweight champion, is in the ring right now. He's got a smile on his face, but I know he's got some contempt in his heart because at Welterweight Wrestling 2 in October, Ace Perry lost that championship to the New Age plague Gory, and we haven't seen Ace since that point, and Ace blames one person for that loss. Not Gory, not even Atticus Cogar. Ace Perry blames the man that's about to come through that curtain. Let's bring everybody up to speed on what happened. Nate Wings had won a 7-way scramble to become the #1 contender to the Welterweight Championship. Wings went on record saying he would rather face Ace Perry than Gory because Ace Perry was a more respectable champion. When Gory challenged Perry later in the night and brought out Atticus Cogar for backup, Nate Wings came out to try to even the odds for Perry. Wings went to springboard in the ring and kicked Cogar. Cogar and Gory moved. Wings connected with Perry, and it led to Perry's defeat. Ace Perry, I'm not sure if he thought Nate Wings did it on purpose or just thought Nate should have minded his own business. But either way, Perry and Wings came to blows after we went off the air. Fisticuffs aplenty. It's on YouTube right now. It's on our Welterweight social media. Welterweight PW on Twitter. Welterweight Wrestling on Facebook and Instagram. And Nate Wings, just like in October after Welterweight 2, tried to extend the hand. Perry was belligerent, and we're starting right where we left off with Perry and Wings battling it out over a misunderstanding.
Well, a lot of the greatest problems in the world of professional wrestling start over a championship or a miscommunication, I guess you could say. And in this case, what we see is, I'm going to be honest, I think, personally, that Nate Wings did it on purpose.
But why? What's his motivation?
Well, he wanted a welterweight championship shot, and I don't think he wanted to wait in line, so I think he just took matters into his own hands. There, I said it.
Well, I'm not so sure about that. I think Nate Wings has a little bit more integrity than that.
And imagine these people are going to be in tears when two of their favorites are just battling into one another. I love this. This is great. I hope they fight all night.
Oh, come on. And I hate to see this too because Ace and Nate are two of the most respectable young men. They're always in a good mood, always with a smile on their face, except for now. This is a colder looking Ace Perry that I haven't seen before. And this is not an issue where Ace Perry's mad at the world. This is an issue where Nate Wings is mad at the world. This is an issue where these two men who just happen to be fan favorites have a personal issue with one another, and they're beating the absolute hell out of each other.
Well, this isn't going to be with flips and flies. You're going to see fists and punches and kicks and feet and as many hard strikes as you can possibly see between these two because there is a personal issue. It's not finding out who's the better man. It's
And now Nate Wings finds himself with a guaranteed title shot at Welterweight 3 in spring 2018. And Ace Perry's kind of on the outside looking in, and that only makes Ace Perry even more angry.
I was just going to say, you don't think that bothers Ace Perry even more? That he's got to work his way back to the top. He was on top of the mountain, and once you fall, it can take a long way to get back to that top. And we know there's been a lot of guys that once they fall, they can't get back to that. And if that's the case, he has a good argument that Nate Wings is the catalyst for that.
You can hear the physicality of these strikes. Hey, listen, both men, Ace Perry and Nate Wings, have a valid point. In their own mind, they feel they're right. But I just wish that cooler heads could have prevailed in this situation. As Nate Wings comes in with a scissor kick, nicely done. Caught Ace Perry vulnerable that time. And Nate Wings is feeling it. Sprigs in with a roll through in the cross body, and now the quebrada. Nicely done, 2 count only. And, oh, it's Dylan Bostic.
Well, he's the money weight. He wants to get a better viewpoint. If I could, I'd certainly love to see Ace Perry and Nate Wings smack each other around too.
It looks like he's mocking both Wings and Perry from my perspective. As in the ring, Perry gets a roll-up on Wings, and wait a second, there's the welterweight champion, Gory. Now keep in mind, Gory is looking at arguably his top 2 contenders. Bostic is looking at his 2 most embarrassing recent losses, as Perry gets a cover in the ring for 2, and it looks like they're both reveling in the fact that their top competition is beating the hell out of each other as Perry drives Wings down into the cover. 2-0.
Well, Gory certainly has to be happy, because if you're looking at 2 of your biggest challengers and they're not going to be 100%, that certainly bodes him well. And obviously Dylan Bostic, well, I think Dylan Bostic is out there just to gloat more than anything else, but
Perry and Bostic have not gotten along since they were teenagers, coming up in Indiana together. Nate Wings, of course, he has his issues with Gory from welterweight 2. Wings met Bostic a month ago. So personal issues between all 4 entities just continue to build. And look at Wings now, speaking of building momentum from the top. And Nate Wings with a running buckle bomb.
To his friend, mind you. What a great friend Nate Wings is.
Well, they're obviously estranged right now. They have a personal issue. I just hope that... Oh, double stomp! I hope Wings and Perry get this out of their system. That's all I hope here. Cover, near fall.
I'm thinking that Gory, Dylan Bostic, and even myself would disagree with you on that, Joe Dombrowski. You know, 2 smiley guys that the fans give. It's just good to see somebody punch somebody in the face once in a while.
Gory taunting Perry with the championship that used to be his.
Well, that's the key word, used to be. No longer belongs to Ace Perry. And, you know, maybe if Ace Perry has to take out Nate Wings.
Oh, Ace Perry went for a cutter. Oh, high angle German, and a thrust kick connects. Nate Wings is down. Shoulders trapped. 2 count. Oh, Wings reverses. Another 2 count. You can see a lot more photos and video of these athletes on welterweightwrestling.com. Search Welterweight Wrestling on YouTube. So much great action. These men have worked so hard to get where they are. Oh, God! It'd be a shame to see them take each other out of the race as Ace Perry springs up to his feet and drives Nate Wings down. Good grief. What a war between Ace Perry and Nate Wings. This is a gut check here. This is a major opportunity as these men are trying to shrug off the pain. And Bostic, I've never seen him smile wider as Bostic keeps yelling for him to kill each other.
Well, it's not a bad strategy. I mean, if Ace Perry and Nate Wings are taken out, Dylan Bostic can throw his name in the hat for a welterweight shot. Wouldn't you agree?
Without a doubt. Hey, Bostic thinks he still is the uncrowned champion, and Perry never beat him at welterweight 1. He hadn't gotten over that yet.
You know, it's one thing to be
in a match.
Bostic
kill each other.
I do hear him. It's one thing to be in a match against a friend and you just want to take him out, or maybe former friend at this point. But it's another thing when you're getting jeers and catcalls from people that you know you may have to face down the line, or in the case of these 2 men, they have faced.
We are at a stalemate as Perry and Wings are battling back and forth, centering with these forearm shots, and Gory and Bostic are getting more and more obnoxious as they go. Look at this exchange between these 2.
You can see the welts starting to form on both men.
I think Wings and Ace Perry realize they're the butt of the joke. Look out, I gotta go.
Well, there goes Joe Dombrowski once more. This match is broken down. Ace Perry and Nate Wings, we saw him going to it. Well, this is going to need to be pulled apart as quickly as possible, as we have officials down there. We have Joe Dombrowski, I believe, attempted to get into things as well. You know, you had to think at one point Bostic and Gory were going to take a step too far. Personally, I'm upset. I wanted to see Perry and Wings just tear each other apart. As we see one part of these 4 individuals, Nate Wings get to the back, but Bostic's not done yet. He took a running leap for Ace Perry, and you heard Joe Dombrowski mention the problems that those 2 have had in the past. We're going to need everybody that we can to break these individuals up. was going to say we have a disagreement between the two antagonists in that situation. Bostic, the smart thing, he knew Gory was going to go for that missed. We have the Welterweight Championship. Gory is your Welterweight Champion, but obviously, as we've seen, everybody wants a shot.